Webmania.
Hello viewers, welcome to Webmania Bootstrap 328th video tutorial. In this tutorial, we will learn about the Bootstrap Collapse plugin. Bootstrap Collapse plugin used to show or hide another element on the page. We want to achieve this layout. This layout looks simple, but we want this as a toggle button. This sign up is our toggle button, and we want when we click on this section has to be expand, and when we click on this again, this section has to be collapsed. Another thing we want in this is that when we reload this page, we only see this sign up button, not this section. And when we reload the page, we only have this sign up button, and when we click on this, we want this section now. So this is achieved in panel element. So this is panel header and this is panel body. So let's go back to our editor to achieve this layout. This is our editor, and notice inside a container we have a row class, and inside a row class we have a bootstrap grid class of LG column which is spanning across 4 columns. So the first step to achieve this layout is to make class of panel. So here I comment this because it's easy for us to read. And inside the panel we want our sign up button, and our sign up button is in panel heading. So let's create another div element with class panel heading. Inside this panel heading I'm going to use h3 element, give him a class of panel title. Our panel title is an anchor element. Anchor element, it's our sign up, and here use the button classes. And here I'm going to use btn info. Let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload it, notice we get the button which is sign up button. Let's push this button to the center. For this we have to use the grid column offset class. So let's go back to our editor. To push this button I'm going to use call LG offset 4. This class is going to push all the panel to 4 columns to the right side. Let's save this and view this in our browser. Here when we reload this, notice it is pushed 4 columns away. So we got this sign up button. Now we have to create this section area which includes form and input groups. So I'm not going to discuss in details about all these form groups and input groups, because we earlier see all of this in my 23rd video tutorial. If you have any confusion about these forms, how to make these forms and how to add group with them, you can watch my previous tutorial which is 23rd tutorial. So let's now go back to our editor, and I'm simply going to paste the code of here. So this is our editor. Here I'm going to comment this panel header, close here, and then we want panel body to be expand. So this is div with class panel body. Here I comment panel body, close here. So this is panel body, and inside the panel body I'm going to paste the code here. So this is the code for the form and input text. So this is a form with class form horizontal, and inside this we have a div element of class form group, and inside this we have input group, because we use input group when we want to add the input element and the button or text with this input element. So this is input element, input group, and in this we have a class of input group btn. This class is used to add this button to this input element. So let's save this and view in our browser. So here this is our sign up button, and when we reload this page, notice we have achieved this. So this is our button, and this button is merged with this input element, and this is glyph icons of user. So let's go back to our editor to achieve the remaining portion of this. So here we simply have to make 2 more copies of this. So here, so I make 1 more copy, and here I'm going to use the placeholder of email. This one is email, and also change type to email. Also glyph icon, it's become glyph icon envelope. Let's make 1 more copy of this. So this is our phone number input control. This will become phone number. Similar text, and glyph icon change to phone. Let's save this and make 1 more copy of this. So this become our password input control, and I'm write the placeholder of password. Also change the type text to password, and the glyph icon which is lock. Let's save this and view in our browser. So here is our browser, and when we reload this page, notice we have all the section is here, but something is missing, which is our confirm button of sign up. So let's go back to our editor and achieve this button. So to make our button, so this is our button element with class btn success, and inside this button we use glyph icons of right side, and we tell this confirm. Let's save this and view in our browser. So when we reload this, notice we have a confirm button, but this confirm button and the sign up button, both the buttons are on the left side of the form. We want both of these on the center. So let's go back to our editor. To achieve this button in center, I'm going to use div element with classes of Bootstrap grid, call offset. So this class is going to push this button 4 columns wide to the right side. Let's save this, and now let's go to sign up button. On sign up button, I'm going to use the class of text center. So let's save this and view in our browser. So here when we reload this, notice this is in center, but this button is still there. Let's go back and check. So this is our editor, and we have to shuffle this class below, and here I'm going to use text center. Let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload the page, notice our sign up button is placed in center. Now our work is to, when we click on this button, here you can see nothing happened, but we want when we click on that button, this section has to be collapsed, and when we click again on this button, we want this section to be expanded. For achieving that, let's go back to our editor. So this is our editor, and we want to collapse the section of our panel body. So this is panel body, and we want all the section in the panel body is to collapse. So here I'm going to use jQuery ID selector, and I give him the ID of collapse section. Let's copy this. Listen carefully. We want, when we click on this button, on sign up button, we want all the section which are present in panel body is to be collapsed. So we use here ID and link with this. So simple, we have to use the jQuery ID selector, and with this we have to use another attribute which is data toggle collapse. So let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload this page, nothing happened. So now our browser and this section can be collapsed, but first time it not working. Here when I click on this, it's not working properly, but when I second time click on this, here you can see it's working properly. So let's go back to our browser and check why is not working properly on first time. So this is our editor, and to check and to make it properly working on first time, we simply have to use the collapse and in class. Let's save this and view in our browser. So here when we reload this page, notice when I click on this, it's working properly. But we want, when we reload the page, we show only a single button of sign up. We don't want all this section to be expand here. So let's go back to our editor to do this. So this is our editor. To achieve that only sign up button, we should simple have to use the collapse class here. We simple have to remove the in. So let's save this and view in our browser. This is our browser, and when we reload the page, notice we have a single sign up button. When we click on this, so you can see this section is expand, and when we click again, it's collapse, and when we reload this page again, this one, when we reload, here is, when we reload this, notice it disappeared. At the moment we are achieving this by using an anchor element. So if we want to achieve this by using button element, we simply have to use the button class, and instead of href element, we have to use the attribute of data target here. So let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload this page, notice we have a button. Let's check what happened with this styling. So this is our editor, and we have to cut this button class and paste it here with class btn and btn info. Let's save this and view in our browser. This is our browser, and when we reload this, notice we have a single button with single toggle button. When we click on this section is expand, and when we click again, the section is collapsed. So we achieve this layout, and here is the required HTML for that. Now let's discuss how to collapse and expand manually by using collapse function. So here is a table which consists of collapse plugins. So these three are collapse plugin: collapse toggle, show and hide. I earlier talked about the toggle button, means that when we click on this, we want our section to be expand, and when we click again on this, we want our section to be collapsed. So this is the purpose of toggle. And similarly show, when we click on this, we want our section to be expand, and hide stands for when we click on this we want our section to be collapsed. So we want this layout to be achieved. This is our toggle sign up. When we click on this we want this section to be expand. When we click back on this we want this section to be collapse, and when we click on show sign up we simply want this section to be expand, nothing more from this button. And when we click on hide we want this to be collapse. So let's go back to our editor to achieve that. If you notice, at the moment we are relying on these classes, data target and data toggle classes. So we can manually toggle, show and hide data by using Collape plugin. So let's remove these classes from here, classes and attributes. So we want 3 buttons. So let's make 2 more copies of this. So this is our toggle sign up, and this is our show sign up, and this is our hide sign up. We also have to give these buttons IDs. So this is toggle button, so here I'm going to give the ID of show button, and this is going to be the hide button ID. Hide button. So let's save this, and now we have to work a little bit about jQuery. So go at the end and at the top where you want. So here I'm going to write script and type text JavaScript, and inside this I'm going to use document. It's the basic jQuery dot ready, and inside ready we have to apply a function with a semicolon. So here I'm going to use the ID selector, jQuery ID selector of toggle button first. It's a toggle button. Our toggle button is sign up toggle button, and we want when we click on this, so event handler is become click. So this is when we click on this toggle button ID, which consists of sign up toggle button, that function has to be performed. So it's function. So when we click on this, that function has to be performed, and inside the function, what's the function? The function ID is we want, here is our collapse section. Collapse section is performed, and here we apply Collapse plugin. So this is collapse, and the Collapse plugin is going to toggle. So let's save this and view in our browser. So this is our browser, and when we reload this page, notice nothing happened. But when we click on the toggle button, this section is to be expand, and when we click again, notice this section is collapsed. But when we click on show, it's nothing happened. Similar with the other. So let's go back to our editor and apply a Bootstrap Collapse plugin on both of these buttons. So this is our editor, and now we have to simple make 2 more copies of this, one for show button and the next for hide button. So this is toggle button, and here I'm going to write show button. Sorry, this is merging show button, and here I'm going to pass the parameter of show. and similar with the other one. So I'm going to with this hide button, and inside hide button I'm going to pass the hide parameter to the Collapse plugin. So let's save this and view in our browser. So here when we reload this page, notice nothing happened. When we click on this, you see this all the sections appeared, and when we click on hide button, it disappeared. And when we click on show, it again expand, and when we click on hide button, it again collapse. So we achieve this layout, and here is the required HTML for that, and here is the required HTML of jQuery which we used in this. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned. Have a good day.